Hello friends! Today's episode is very special. It is an International Garden Tour viewer submission episode. I have in my hands a little list of my notes to do these intros. Thank you so much. Today is my birthday. 31 years ago I was born, about a 5-minute walk in that direction at the old hospital, and you'd all decided to send me some gifts in the forms of videos and pictures of what you're growing. Thank you so much for responding to the call to action. Today is a really fun video. I've got 5 different submissions to share with you today. They're going to be displayed in the order in which they were sent to me. If they have a YouTube channel, I'll leave some links to it in the cards, and in the description there's going to be timestamps for everybody below. I had so much fun looking at the pictures and watching the videos that you each sent. Thank you for, calling me personally and trying to make connections. It was amazing to see what people are growing and caring for and putting their hearts and souls into all around the world. I've alluded to the international nature of this video a couple times now, so we're going to start with Jan from Slovenia. I'm assuming it's Jan and not Jan, sorry. His YouTube channel is called Small Garden Quest. Just started doing it this year, so if you like to check out the progress of somebody's garden and get in on the ground level, this is the time to subscribe to his channel. It's pretty cool. I love his composting philosophy. I love his raised bed philosophy. I think he articulates himself just beautifully, so by all means check it out after you watch his entry.
Hi Christopher, thank you for having me on your channel. As you can see, my garden is relatively small. I began to work on it this year, and the first thing I did is to build a compost bin to grow my own soil. I read in a book that the first thing a gardener must know is how to grow soil. The rest will come. At the end of summer, I will use this compost to amend my smallest raised bed. You can see that now is covered in weeds and grow bags. I decided to grow potatoes in grow bags just to try it out, and because I didn't have enough space in my raised beds. The potato is growing nicely, and it started to flower. I expect the harvest in mid-August. And near to my potatoes I have my cauliflower, that is protected by a slug trap. As you can see, the trap is working well. Almost half of this raised bed is occupied by zucchini. I love them, so I grow them in numbers, and I can't wait to make the first harvest. Today, after leaving my garden for 1 week, I found out that one of my salads went to flower. But no worries, I harvested and ate it, and it was delicious. And this is my cabbage, that looks it went through war and more. Unfortunately, my beer trap evaporated, and the slug unleashed their madness on the cabbage, but I'm confident that it will grow back. And the last plant in this raised bed is the eggplant. They grow nicely and the first flowers are popping out. In my other bed I have some salads, a little bit of carrots and onions. But the pride and joy is the tomato house. Here I grow some breakfast, cherry and Rome tomatoes. They are developing nicely, and now I'm just waiting them to turn red, and I can't wait. Here is the Rome variety, and with it I'll be making some splendid sauces. Under the same roof I have some splendid cucumbers. And near to them are some peppers and another patch of eggplants. And that's it. This is my small garden, and if you want, you can join me on my channel. Wish you all a plentiful harvest. And Christopher, thank you again for having me on your garden.
Up next is Sharon from Sharon's Home and Garden. And Sharon, I have done this take like 6 different times because I keep calling you Shannon. So, fun fact, I'm really bad at reading my own handwriting. Anyways, Shannon is almost a neighbor of mine. Sharon is almost a neighbor of mine. She's down in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is just left of Milwaukee. For those of you not in Wisconsin, it's one of our bigger cities. She is in cold hardiness zone 5B, whereas I'm in 5A, which means we're pretty much the same. It's just that her average lowest temperature extreme is maybe 5 degrees warmer than mine. She gets a little bit of lake air effect, but she grows a lot of the same things that I do. We have the same struggles, similar like weather patterns. The fronts that I get, she gets. She's got a really nice garden plot. She also has a YouTube channel, so there's links to that up here and down there. You should definitely check it out after you watch her segment.
Hi Christopher and Bill the Garden. This is Sharon from Sharon's Home and Garden channel, and I am just an hour and a half south of you in Waukesha, Wisconsin. So I wanted to give you a quick tour of my garden. So this is my garden. I added all of this. We have cucumbers. On this side of the trellis we have squash. On this side of the trellis behind the tomatoes we have melons. This is tomatoes. I've got some huckleberries here. And then in my raised beds I have zucchini and herbs and flowers in here. And then in front here I have some garden berries here. These are garden berries. And then potatoes. And I have one more bed with onions, spinach, and celery in it. So that is my garden. I am really enjoying watching you in your garden because you're so close to me and you know what I'm going through. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for everything you do. Bye-bye.
Up next is Mitch. And remember how I said Sharon was almost my neighbor? Well, Mitch is even more so almost my neighbor because it turns out he's, oh my gosh, a wasp was on my hand. He's in the city of Oshkosh, which is where I live. So Mitch will come over and see my garden in person one day. And I'm sure that would be lovely to make those real world connections. He shot a really cool video. This is his third year gardening, I believe he said. He's got several different raised beds. I think his garden is like 27 by 15 off the top of my head, so it's a sizable plot. Check it out.
What's up, Christopher? Here is a little overview of my garden. Nasturtium transplanted, chocolate mint, oregano, peppermint, parsley, cilantro, garlic, chives, thyme, dill, blueberries, goji berries, some more blueberries. Here I have cucumber, snap peas, daikon radish. Planted some carrots in there. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Yellow bush beans, red bell peppers, orange bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, cherry tomato, serrano pepper, spicy clove basil, beef master tomato, Roma plum tomato, some salad green mix, some zucchini that needs to get moved around, some more salad green mix. Over in this bed I have beets, bunch onions, planted some red and white onions in there that haven't came up yet. A rabbit got in and took hold of my Swiss chard, so that's what's that. Parsnip, some more salad greens, and then winter squash. And then over here I have raspberries and some sunflowers coming up, so yeah, that is my garden.
And now for our youngest submission. This is Zeb. Homeschool Gamer is his YouTube channel. He's got 75 subs, but I think it must be a private channel because I don't see any videos on there. Either way, check out his submission. Zeb, sorry I had to put different music over yours for copyright issues. And lastly, we've got Audrey from Grosse Point, Michigan, which is the state to the east of Wisconsin. She's in cold hardiness zone 6B, so it's significantly enough warmer than we are here. She grows some beautiful things. She sent me this file with 40 pictures, which you're about to see in a minute. I put them all on there gladly because you sent them and they look terrific. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a wonderful birthday gift. I loved going through everything, and if this gets a great response, we'll definitely do one again in the fall with, you know, harvests, big pictures of pumpkins and gourds and tomatoes and everything else. This was fun. Have a wonderful day. Happy gardening to everybody, but especially those of you who sent stuff to me. You guys are the best. Take care.